In the beautiful city of Ghana, where others are working and others are hustling, people in the city of Accra whispered about Amara, the young woman who has everything except love, but nobody knew her secret. Amara was tired of men who only like her money, not her heart. One rainy evening, Amara stepped out of her office. She held her umbrella as she walked to her car. Then she froze. A young man sat on the cold floor by the street wall, shivering. His clothes were dirty. His eyes looked tired but gentle. Amara's heart felt heavy. "Are you okay?" she asked softly. The man looked up slowly. "I'm fine, just hungry," he whispered. Amara blinked. Something inside her moved. "Come," she said, "let me buy you food." The man shook his head. "No, I don't want to be in trouble." "You are not a trouble," she said. "My name is Amara." He hesitated, then smiled weakly. "I'm Daniel." A meal that changed two lives. At a small restaurant nearby, Daniel ate like he hadn't seen food in days. Amara watched him with a warm smile. "Why are you on the street?" she asked gently. Daniel paused. His eyes grew sad. "I lost my job, then I lost my home. I've been trying to start again, but life kept pushing me down." Amara felt her chest tighten. "I understand," she said. "Life pushed me too, just in different way." Daniel looked at her. But you look like someone who has everything." Amara laughed softly. "I have money, but I don't have someone who truly cares for me." Daniel looked at her with honest eyes. "I care," he said quietly. Amara's heart beat faster. She didn't know why, but she believed him. Days passed. Every day after work, Amara visited Daniel with food, clothes, and small gifts. Sometimes they sat on a bench and talked for hours. "Amara," Daniel asked one day, "why are you so kind to me?" She smiled. "Because she reminds me that people are worth helping." Daniel blushed. "You are the first person who treated me like I matter." She touched his hand gently. "You do matter, Daniel." And for the time in a long time, Daniel smiled with hope. One evening, as the sun set behind the buildings, Daniel looked at Amara and whispered, "Amara, when I'm out with you, I feel like I'm home." Her heart jumped. "I felt the same," she answered softly. Their hands touched and neither of them pulled away. But love wasn't going to be easy. Just when things started getting better, something happened that changed everything. Daniel and Amara sat close on the beach watching the city light. Everything felt peaceful until Amara's phone rang loudly. She looked at the screen and said, "It's my mother," she whispered. Daniel noticed the worry in her eyes. "You can answer, I'll wait." Amara answered the call. "Amara, where are you?" her mother said sharply. "You are always working or helping strangers. You need a real man, someone on your level." Amara closed her eyes. "Mom, please, not today." Daniel looked down at the ground. He felt like he didn't belong. When the call ended, he stood up. "Maybe your mom is right," he said quietly. "I'm not good enough for you." Amara grabbed his hand quickly. "Don't say that, Daniel. You are good for me because you are kind. That's something money can't buy." He looked at her, confused and touched. "But I'm just nobody." She shook her head. "No, you are someone important to me." Daniel swallowed hard. No one had ever said that to him. The next day, Amara made a decision. "Daniel," she said, "I want to help you get back on your feet." Daniel's eyes widened. "Amara, no, you've already done too much." "I'm not doing it because I pity you," she said softly. "I'm doing it because I believe in you." Daniel held his breath. What do you want me to do?" She smiled. "Come with me." She took him to a small barber shop. Daniel sat nervously while the barber trimmed his head and shaved his beard. When he stood up clean and fresh, Amara gasped, "Daniel, you look so amazing." Daniel looked into the mirror and almost didn't recognize himself. He felt hope growing inside him, like small lights turning brighter. Amara took him to a clothing store and bought him a simple white shirt, black trousers, and clean shoes. He felt awkward. "Amara, why are you doing all this?" She looked into his eyes. "Because you deserve a second chance." Daniel felt his chest tighten. He whispered, "Thank you for seeing something in me when nobody else did." Amara smiled. "You are going to do great things, Daniel. I can feel it." Amara found a small job opening at one of her friend's companies. When Daniel walked into the office for the interview, everyone stared at him, not because he looked rich, but because he looked confident for the first time. The manager smiled. "So Daniel, tell me why you want this job." Daniel took a deep breath and relaxed himself. "Because I want to build my life and I'm ready to work hard." The manager nodded. "I like your honesty. You are hired." Daniel's eyes filled with tears. He whispered, thank you so much." He walked outside and saw Amara waiting. He ran to her and hugged her tightly. "I got the job," he said, his voice shaking. Amara laughed happily. "I knew you would." But behind them, a woman stood watching with angry eyes, something we didn't want Amara and Daniel to get close. Someone who wanted to destroy everything. The woman watching them from afar was Lydia, a co-worker who had always wanted Daniel to fail. She had seen him homeless before and now she couldn't believe her eyes. "That boy doesn't deserve her," Lydia whispered. "I'll show Amara who he really is." The next week, Lydia walked into Amara's office pretending to smile. "Amara, may I talk to you?" Amara nodded politely. Lydia leaned closer. "You should be careful with Daniel. People like him, they only pretend he's using you." Amara felt her stomach twist. "That's not true." Lydia smiled. "Did he tell you he used to be fired for fighting for of his old job?" Amara frowned. "I don't believe you." "Then ask him," Lydia said and walked away. Amara sat still. Lydia's word hurt her, even though she trusted Daniel. Later that day, Amara met Daniel at the park. He sat under a big tree, but this time the air was different. "Daniel," she said quietly, "can I ask you something?" Daniel nodded. "Did you ever close fight in your workplace before?" Daniel froze. His eyes looked down at the ground. "Yes, it's true," he said softly. "But I didn't start the fight. I was protecting another worker who was bullied." Amara felt a tear slip down her cheek. "Why didn't you tell me?" "Because I didn't want you to think I was a bad man," he whispered. "I was afraid to lose you." Amara reached for his hand. "Daniel, I'm not angry. I just wanted the truth." Daniel's eyes filled with tears. "I'm sorry, Amara. I will never hide anything from you again." Weeks passed. Daniel worked hard at the new job. He arrived early, left late, and helped everyone. So the manager called him into the office. "Daniel," he said, "because of your good work, I'm promoting you." Daniel goes, "Me? Really? You?" "Yes, you deserve it." He ran outside and smiled wider than ever. When he told Amara, she hugged him tightly. "I'm proud of you," she said softly. Months later, Daniel saved enough money to buy something small but special. He asked Amara to meet him at the same bench where they first talked. When she arrived, Daniel stood up nervously. "Amara," he said, "you changed my life. You gave me food, hope, a job, and love." Amara smiled warmly. "And you give me something to Daniel. You showed me that a real heart looks like." Daniel slowly knelt down. Amara gasped, "Daniel, what are you?" He opened a tiny box with a simple silver ring. "Amara, will you marry me?" Her eyes filled with tears. She covered her mouth, shaking. Yes, Daniel, I will." Daniel stood up and they hugged tightly. As the city lights glowed behind them,